Hello and welcome to another video. We're going to be talking about two powerful functions, even though they are considered to be operators. They are actually on and or. So with and, we're going to really think how and works, and with or, how or works. So let's take a real life example, or maybe kind of semi-real life. If a person in a graduate school got a score, they need to get really a grade 80 or higher in order to pass a class. So the score should be greater than or equal to 80. And in this case, we are imposing another restriction on them to be admitted to the next class. They need to meet with the instructor, then the instructor permission need to be acquired. So the person needs to get 80% or higher in the score in the final test or whatever test they need to do, and they need also to get the instructor permission. So it's either, in this case, there's no either or, it's going to be both. And in order for us to have both true, we have to use the AND function or the AND operator. How does AND work? It does work from the concept of limiting the condition. Because why are we saying limiting? Because both of them have to be true in order to get action. If any other condition that one of them is true, false, or both of them are false, it's not going to get us anywhere. So with AND, we have actually true and true, then it will result into true. That's what we call the truth table for AND. Okay, see here I got into trouble because I started my cell entry by equal without having to treat it as a common. So it did actually tell me what the heck you're doing here. So you started with equal sign telling me to calculate things, and you started with another chevron greater than. So that's not going to work. And now with this one here, I'm going to go ahead and fill that. And with this one here also, it's going to be true here and true, false, false. And we're going to go ahead and, of course, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. As you notice, since this is a word, I could go ahead and fill that very quickly. So with and, I'm going to go ahead and get that a green color here. So that's the only time we're going to get a true. Let me go ahead and make it even darker green here, and this is, could make it a little bit kind of in the red, being it's false. And this is going to be false, and everything else is going to be false. There's no way I could get the true unless both conditions are true. So I could go ahead and copy this, of course, and I go ahead and paste it right here, and I'm going to of course click this and go ahead and find and replace. I wanted to expose you to as many different features as possible. So I'm going to find AND here and replace it with OR. Okay, so I will be able to replace this in the selection and replace all in the selection. Here we go. That's it. We're done with it. So as we go here, true or true, it's going to be true. I need to have with or one at least to be true. Both of them true, that's fantastic, but at least one of them is true. So this is going to be true, as you notice, because we have at least one true, and this is going to be true because the second one is true. So only time I'm going to go full with the or false if both of them are false. And I could go ahead and go to the format painter and make this background similar to that by painting the background. So this is the and this is the or. Now we know what the difference between them, so we could apply them. So the first condition is actually telling me to get actually permission or not. So we're going to go ahead and say here yes or no. So that's what we're going to get. If and it's going to be this must be greater than or equal to 80, and that's comma. That's the first condition. The second condition, this value must be equal to y between double quotes. This is a number. You never surround a number between double quotes because that will turn it into the text or the double character 8 and 0. So it's going to kill it as a value 80. And in this case, it's a letter or word. It's going to be, or string rather. It's going to be surrounded by double quotes. And here we go. This is a true. That person is going to get both of them correct. The second one, even he got a permission or she got a permission because of the score 70, it's going to be not allowed in the class. This person did great in the score. However, the instructor, for whatever reason, did not allow him to go in there. This one had both of them, and he will be able to get in. Or the last one, she did get also both of them, and she will be allowed to get in. So with AND, this is really how we look at it. For example, instead of saying true, now I could use the if statement to make it more like, and I could go ahead and say, if the whole thing is resulting in true, which is the default, it's going to be, yes, allowed in the next step. Otherwise, not permitted or not now. Let's go ahead and say here, not now. And notice here it's going to be allowed. And of course, there's going to be not allowed or not now. And the rest is going to be directly based on the condition, whether it's true or false. But the same thing with or. How about if I took the same exact conditions here, exact data, and copied this and pasted here. However, there is another condition is to allow the person, if she or he got a greater than or equal to 80 or got a permission from the instructor. So notice here, actually it's going to be more inclusive, but because all of them are going to be accepted in a second, knowing that at least one of them is a true. So when we say here, or, first of all, let's go ahead and say this is must be greater than or equal to 80, and this is must be equal to y, between double quotes. So you notice this is a true, and of course we could go ahead and grab this, and notice all of them are true. Unless, of course, one person had 70, and the instructor said, of course, no, then we'll get false. And of course, we could go ahead and do that as an if statement. If this is a true, we're going to say, okay, allow them, allowed. Otherwise, no way, or not now. Okay, and notice all of the the first five are going to be actually allowed, and the last one, because we choose to, based on the data, to be false. Therefore, it's going to be not allowed. Again, take a look. I'm going to really show you this, so you'll be able to see the exact syntax. You don't mess it up. In order to learn it, you need to practice it. And of course, here for the AND, you need to be able also to do that. See here, the AND is more restrictive, more limiting. And I guess probably you're ready to apply this. It's going to be very, very helpful for you when you have something require more or actually two or more condition. You could join them with AND when you really need to restrict them, or which you are allowing one of them to be true. Notice we don't have to be restricted to two. You could really write third, fourth, five condition, but with AND all of them must be true. Okay, so most of the time we use and or just really between two conditions. You could figure that out based on the problem that is given to you to solve. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you will continue to watch my future videos and learn a lot more.